Hi,
Hi,
Hey,
hi, sir. Good morning.
good morning to you. And then, how have you been?
I've been great, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. How about you? And how have you been so far?
I must tell you, I have had some wonderful days, beautiful days, spending a lot of time with my family again and again. And then, now that my daughter is coming back every weekend, she comes back home. It's always a joy to be with her. So, weekends, absolutely with her. And then this morning, went to the bus station, Kerala State Road Transport Corporation bus stand at Kottayam, dropped her there as early as 5 o'clock and then returned home, slept for a while, and then today up again for my sessions with learners on EnglishYaari. It's always a joy to be with these learners. And yeah, our rainy days are over, sunny days are here. We are
Yes.
enjoying the sunny days once again, the warmth of the sun. If sun, I think sun cannot take a holiday, right? Sun has to be on every day. So
True.
I, I think every one of us can take holidays, but then poor sun, it has to keep shining. So that is something wonderful about our day here. It's sunny day again. Then, I don't know, Saraswati, have you ever come across this person called Swami Vivekananda? Have you learned something about him? What do you remember? What do you know about this person?
Swami Vivekananda, there is a very beautiful quotation in Hindi
Uh-huh.
and in English. हिंदी उठो जागो और लक्ष्य प्राप्ति के पहले रुको मत.
Yeah.
Arise, awoke, and stop not until your goal.
Let me write that down.
Yes,
That's
maybe.
really, truly motivational and inspiring. Please tell
Yes.
me once again in English.
Arise,
Arise,
awoke, and stop
awake,
not.
awake, awake,
Awake,
awake.
yes.
Then
Arise, awake, and stop not until you reach your goals.
stop not until you reach your goal. Thank
Exact.
you for sharing this particular quote by Swami Vivekananda to me. These days, I am in search of these types of motivational quotes because I am asked by a principal 4 hours from here. She's working as the principal of a school, a very famous school here in Kerala, private school. She has asked me to conduct a 1 day workshop for her teachers. I don't know what quality she finds in me, but she has thrown this challenge to me, and I have yet not accepted the challenge. I have told her that I would very seriously consider this request and I would give her a reply in a week's time. So, one thing, if at all I accept this, I would like to take this motivational inspirational quotes like this and form a lesson which would benefit most of the teachers in her school, as I see it. Like, having been a teacher in my life for the past many years, I feel that motivation is lacking, self motivation is lacking among people. We always wait for that apple to fall on our heads. I
Yes.
suppose you understand. When Isaac Newton sat under that apple tree, an apple fell on his head, and he came out with that one particular theory, the theory of relativity,
Yes.
right? Meaning to say, that gave him the motivation, right?
Yes.
I suppose we don't need to sit under coconut trees for the coconuts to fall on our heads to get wonderful ideas. And we don't need to be Isaac Newtons either. But there is something called self motivation. What do you say about self motivation? How are you self motivated? Are you self driven, self motivated?
I think self motivation is the best motivation for everyone
Yeah.
because if we are self motivated person, we could always be motivated ourselves at any time. As like Swami Vivekanand, he was also a self motivated person, and his
Mhm.
guru name was, I think, Swami Vivekanand Saraswati was his guru. I was means very much aware of all the stories, but this time I'm not able to recall because very long ago I learned all these stories, and means in my books I learned. And he like if we are self motivated person,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can do anything after like suppose if you are facing any bad situation in our life, like
Oh.
some financial strain or different types of mental issues. But
Mhm.
after being a self motivated person, we can overcome through that problem easily.
Yeah, according to this person, I love what I read in this book. This is a book, Unposted Letters by Mahatriya.
Okay.
And in this, there
Unposted
is a,
letters.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
by Mahatriya. In this, there is a, there is a beautiful thought that this Mahatriya is trying to give to us. He says, why don't you people be self motivated? You don't need to wait for somebody else to motivate you. For
Mm.
example, we don't need to wait for Swami Vivekananda to motivate us. We don't need to
Yes.
wait for the Apple CEO who is no more,
Mm.
Steve Jobs, to motivate us. We don't need a Malala Yousafzai to motivate us. We don't need a Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling to motivate us. We don't need late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam to motivate us. Why? Because deep in us there is something called self motivation. So be self motivated. I want to achieve my goal. I want to become the best communicator that I can be.
Yes.
I want to become the most fluent person that I can be. Well, be self motivated. That's why today let us discuss this particular quote given to us by Swami Vivekananda. I am sure you will remember this now because you seem to be very close to Swami Vivekananda's, what shall we say, style of
In my
thinking.
college days, even now also, he is my best motivator, I can say. And I
Wow.
means he's whenever I came across a few stories, it
Mm.
really inspired me a lot. Even in my college days, when only 1 month left, so we remembered, all my friends remembered Swami Vivekanand, how he learned like entire book in a just single
Yeah.
day. So we have now 1 month, so we can do it well.
Wow. That is good. Yeah, come on. I'm so happy that you have some background, some really good background information on Swami Vivekananda. Come on, let us read this together.
Yes.
I would be happy to listen to you. This particular one quote, I have not included too many quotes, just one quote.
Take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it,
Yeah,
dream of it,
yeah.
live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success.
Yeah. How do you feel after reading that? Just in a very single sentence, that's enough. How do you feel? Because we have many other questions. So how do you feel after this reading this one idea? You
After
want to go back to
reading
your
this,
college days?
it gives a lot of energy, and means we get energy from inside after reading this.
You would like to go back to your college days?
Yes.
Okay. Now, listen, actually, I want you to. There is one word that you do not pronounce correctly,
Which one?
and that correct pronunciation would help you very much. That is idea. Take
Idea.
up one, listen properly. Take up one idea.
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 Take up one idea. Make
Ah,
that
you got
one
it correctly.
idea.
No, 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 idea. Idea.
Idea. Idea. Okay.
Idea, idea.
Idea.
Now
Okay.
read
Idea.
that. Now read this once again, keeping that right pronunciation,
Okay.
and tell me whether you feel better or not. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, please read.
Take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea, let the
No,
brain,
don't come back with idea. That idea,
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 idea.
let
Yeah,
the brain,
yeah,
muscles, nerves, every part your body be
yeah.
full of that idea, and just leave
Ideas. You still didn't get it.
idea and leave, and just leave one every other idea alone.
No,
This is the way to success.
no, this is not the way to success. Because this is not the way to success. To become a fluent speaker, to increase your fluency, to improve your communication skills, you need to pronounce words correctly. Here it is. Take up, take up one idea. Idea. It's not difficult. You can
Idea.
pronounce it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
idea. Don't say idea. That's not what
Yes.
you should say.
Yes. Yes.
Take up one
Idea.
idea. No,
Yes.
idea.
Idea.
Good. Yeah, come on,
Yes.
Saraswati, you're getting it. No, I'm just, it is simple. No, keep that in mind. You may not, in case you
Yes.
forget
Yes.
also, don't worry, but
Yes.
come back to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
let us get that question. What is one idea or dream you feel strongly about in your life? What is that one idea or one dream that you feel very strongly about in your life?
I think for me now, it's like English communication skill, because as I have been learning this language last past 2 years, and
Yeah,
I really want to get proficiency in this language.
very correct. Wow. Response is very well framed response.
Yeah.
And probably if you were to ask me what is that one dream or idea that I feel strongly about in my life, I would be happy to say that I would like to keep smiling from the beginning of the session till the end of each session. It is difficult for me to maintain that smile, but I have been trying at it. And I hope I will manage this one single idea from the beginning of the session till the last moment of the session. And so if you see me smiling extra bit, an extra dose, an extra ounce of smile, certainly that is because of this one single idea. You know, when I do that, my learners respond much better. Seriously,
Yes.
there is
Yes.
a
Yes.
better response from the
Yeah.
side of the learners. Okay.
Yes.
And there we go. Okay, let's go to number two then. Have you ever tried to focus completely on one goal? What happened so far in your life? Have you ever tried to focus on one
Yes.
single goal?
In my college days, when I was in first year,
Yeah, yeah.
and there was like what we say, after means graduating was some ceremony happens. What is the name of that ceremony?
That is called your, what is it?
Graduation day. Graduation
Your
day, I will
graduation
say.
day. Yeah, exactly.
Graduation day. It was
Yeah.
graduation day, and
Mm,
all the students who stood first or who
mm,
topped in the means all the university, they
mm.
were means they were prized by a CM of Kashmir, and I was
Oh,
in first standard. I was
uh-huh.
in BA first standard, and I just told my friend,
Mm,
can we go there to achieve that award? So she
uh-huh.
told, yes, if you do hard work, so surely you can achieve that. And after
Mm-hmm,
listening that, maybe that idea was in my mind, and I started working very hard. And
mm-hmm.
even in first year, second year, and third year, I stood first, and I was the gold medalist in my college.
Oh my God. This you didn't tell share
Yes,
this piece of information with me in any of the sessions in the past. I think you
yeah.
deserve a special, what shall we say? Wonderful. My hat's off to you. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That's
Yes,
not a feat that is achieved easily. That needs
yes,
sheer determination, and that
yes.
needs certain level of pertinacity. And you have
Pertinacity, yes,
really tried to
yes.
prove that pertinacity, right? I
Strong
am okay with that,
pertinacity.
except after pertinacity. Thank you for showing the power of pertinacity.
Yeah.
Real. Keep. I think you have been trying to prove that there is the, what shall we say, there is the effect of this gold medal in you again and again, that you try to tell me that you are a person of great, what shall we say, great grit, commitment,
Yes.
and the third one, consistency. and
Consistency.
pertinacity, things like that.
Yeah.
After listening to that, you
After
need not
listening to
listen
that,
that,
yes.
listening to that. Okay, let's go
Yes.
to question number. Let's go to question number three. Why do you think focusing on one idea can lead to success?
Uh, Focusing to one idea, it's very
Mm,
crucial
mm,
to for success, because
yeah.
when we distract and do number of things at a time, so we can't
Mm,
concentrate on one particular thing or one particular goal. As
mhm,
nowadays I'm learning English, and
mm,
if we choose many of the things together, so maybe that would not work for me. So it would be
mhm,
better if, as I whatever I have decided for a day, I should
mm.
complete all these things in a one particular day, and should
Right,
consistent with that every day for a longer period, like 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, so result will come.
right. I think there is a beautiful song that I learned when I was in 1979, when I was in year seven. And I still remember that. One day at a time, one day at a time. That's how the song began.
Yes.
That's all that I'm asking from you. It was a prayer song. One day at a time. Give me the strength to do one day at a time, whatever I want. That's very important. And I think that's what Saraswati is trying to prove. One time when you said focusing to, that's not correct. Focusing on, focusing on, focusing on, not focusing to, but focusing on.
On focusing
Okay.
on.
Right. Let's go to number four. What are some things that distract you or anybody from your goal or from anyone's goal, main goal, from our that one thing?
What are the some things that distract you from your main goal?
Right.
um, Sometimes family responsibilities,
Yeah.
and sometimes we engaged ourselves doing such types of activities where we
Yeah.
take means where we get entertainment, or we get entertainment from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think these are the things, and we always seek for our comfort zone. We never
Yeah.
want to come out from our comfort zone. Because of that,
Mhm.
these things really distract us.
Yeah. I think you have not said it all. There are a lot more of distractors. I would say procrastination, number
Procrastination
one.
is, yes, yes. Procrastination is one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a procrastinator? I don't think so.
Sometimes, but as I told, I have been means doing hard work, not for
Okay.
in my academics, for
Hmm.
everything that I take in my hand.
Yeah.
I give my 100% for that.
Okay. I would like to add one more. And I don't know if you are a binge watcher, like a binge watching. People who continue to watch reels non-stop, and one finishes, automatically their finger, what shall we say, presses on the next one. Are
Yes.
you in this kind of an addiction? I don't know.
No, I never do that. If I watch reels which are important, or I can learn something from that.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go to number five. Can you share a story, your own or someone else's, where strong focus led to success? There are many people, but at least one, if you could.
As I told my story in my college days, I did.
Yeah, yeah,
Even when I was in my B.Ed, as
yeah,
I came from means village, and I
yeah,
got admission in Mumbai University. That was in very posh area, like in
yeah,
we were in Juhu, and everyone used to talk in English. I was the only girl who speaks in Hindi. My subject was
mhm,
English, but
okay,
I couldn't speak in English,
mm,
and that I also means took the challenge and accepted.
yeah,
After when the first semester result came, and I got the highest mark in all in the class in my class. So that time
yeah,
my professor introduced myself, like, she is the girl from village. she was not able to communicate because
Mm.
in Uttar Pradesh still English is taught in Hindi. Means they explain
Okay.
everything in Hindi only. Yes.
I like that expression. English is taught in Hindi. Okay.
Yes.
Cool, cool. Then no, I'm really interested in this. Why don't you say something more about that reaching that gold medal? Seriously, I didn't know that part of your story. So please say step by step as to how you reached that. To how did you become
Uh,
the
it
recipient
was
of gold medal?
really very like difficult because
Mm.
when I was in graduation, my professor was used to means used to come only once in a week, and that
Okay,
time there was no online facility was available, even not lots of books were available, and my
okay,
college was far away from my home. And
okay,
after struggling and discussing a lot to my parents, I got an opportunity to take admission in that college, and it
okay.
was very important for me to get good marks and to study
Mm-hmm.
well.
Uh-huh.
And as I told, my professor only came one day once in a week, and for attending that lecture I means used to go every day. And that time there
Okay.
was only not like bus facility was also not available, very less.
Uh-huh.
And
Mm-hmm.
there one person who belonged
Mm-hmm.
to a village.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very rich. He lives in a Mumbai now also. So
Mm-hmm.
he gave a facility of a bus for girls.
Okay.
So that bus used to go in the morning 9, and
Uh-huh.
evening it came
Bring back.
like around 6. Yes. In that period, we had to stay in college only. That
Okay.
period, we
Okay.
only for two attending two lectures, I spent it like 9 to 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
9 to 6 there. And in between, what I did, I never did time pass or gossip with friends. I just
Mm.
sat on a place and read whatever means notes I had. In this
Yeah.
way, I studied. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And
And
then you
whatever
bec
means lecture my professor, whatever explanation he used to give in the class, I wrote all these things in my answer sheet. That's the only
wow.
source of knowing all the means poetry explanation or all things.
And you became gold medalist for,
Yes,
I mean, for graduation, I mean, degree or
yes, yes,
post graduation?
yes.
Degree.
No, no, degree, graduation.
My,
Yes.
Saraswati, as I congratulate you again and again, I would also like to give you, place before you, share with you an example of another person by the name Sushila. Sushila is a learner on EnglishYaari platform. She joins me for sessions. Every now and again, she's there. She too is from UP, and
Oh,
she shared similar experience. She said from her village to go to her school was 12 kilometers, and
mm,
she would walk it all 12 kilometers one way and 12 kilometers back. And her
yes.
father gave her the permission to walk. In the first year, I mean, like towards the end, like year 10 or after that, I think she found it difficult. So her father provided her a bicycle, and she
Mm,
would go drive. So in the first years, initial years, all the time walking. Now, towards the end, maybe I think in her class 10 or year after that, I don't know which year exactly, her father provided her a bicycle, and she would go on bicycle, and then she would come back. But she never stopped. But today, she is doing PhD. She
mm,
is in the third year of her PhD. She is now presenting, getting ready to present her thesis. And you must really, love to listen to this girl because she has such passion in speaking English. She says, I need to get this somehow. I need to become very fluent in my English
mm,
before I have to present my thesis. So I know I really understand the struggles that you people sometimes have gone through. And then in your case, particularly, not everyone's feat to achieve this feat that you have achieved. Wow, never shared this before. Right, okay. So congratulations once again when
thank
you
you,
look
sir.
back. Here, I spent at one time you said past tense of spent it. No, I spent S
I
P E
spent
N
it.
T S P E N. You know that SPENT
Spend.
spent.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I spent, not
Oh,
spent it,
no.
right?
Yes, yes.
So, what shall we say? I think I really enjoyed this class, this session with you, particularly the what shall we say this idea of Swami Vivekananda. Take up one idea. I would like to listen it once again from you. Why don't you read it once again? But this time, get the correct pronunciation. Idea,
Okay.
okay?
Yes.
And then, please.
Take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea, let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success.
Yes, this is the way to success. Okay, now I can tell you this is the way to success. Saraswati, this is the way to success. And you have
Yes.
shown that, you have practiced that in your life. So let people follow your footsteps. Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it. Dream of it. Live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success.
Yes.
This is the way to success.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Yes. Bye
Okay.
bye.